Is it genetic? Are the whole family like this?
Literally.
Ocean's 8 is the latest film in the Oceans series and stars Sandra Bullock, Cate Blanchett, Anne Hathaway, Rihanna, Helena Bonham Carter, Mindy Kaling,
Sarah Paulson,
Awkwafina, Dasani, Evian, Nestle Pure Life, San Pellegrino, and a Brita water filter. What did you think of the movie? I liked it a lot.
Yeah, you really seem to have liked it. I went in with very high expectations, and I left a little dissatisfied. Ocean's 11 was one of those movies that everyone in my family really enjoyed, and this just doesn't live up to that.
Now, I'm usually not a fan of reboots, unless we're talking about CGI cartoons from the 90s. But I didn't mind this one, since it's technically a spin-off.
Right.
You get a couple of little cameos from the previous Ocean's 11. I thought this was a solid movie. It definitely doesn't live up to 11. I like this more than Ocean's 12. And I think it's, on paper, it's probably a better movie than 13 was. But I still think I like 13 a little bit more.
12 and 13 had the benefit of those characters, and you go attach those characters.
Definitely kind of riding the coattails of the first one.
Yeah.
Where this one doesn't get as much of that benefit. They nail the tone of the Oceans series. The dynamic between Sandra Bullock and Cate Blanchett feels very similar to Clooney and Brad Pitt without feeling like a duplicate of that.
Why do you need to do this? Because it's what I'm good at.
Why do this? Why not do it?
The soundtrack was perfect. It's the same kind of feel. People walking down hallways looking cool, set to this like funky jazz music.
Right.
That's all there.
So the opening was good. Seeing her little like hijinks before she starts recruiting. And
we're like getting to know Sandra Bullock's character.
Exactly. And then the last act, like the heist and the post-heist, that was great. But getting the crew together, planning the heist, I just didn't find it interesting at all.
In 3.5 weeks, the Met will be hosting its annual ball.
Otherwise known as the Bellagio, the Mirage, and the MGM Grand.
Compared to Ocean's 11, where they're like making models and figuring out, oh, how are we gonna get into the vault? How are we gonna do this? How are we gonna do that? There was like none of that.
You have to get from there to the door without touching the floor. What do you do?
It spent a lot of time on the characters, kind of exploring their relationships with each other and their backgrounds with each other. Some of them had worked with each other in the past. They had history, they had chemistry, sometimes good, sometimes bad.
Yeah.
There were relationships, interactions, and motivations. Mindy's motivation, Mindy's character's motivation, was she wants to move out.
Yeah.
You want to move out, so you're gonna rob the Met?
How long would it take you to make 7 pieces of jewelry?
5 or 6 hours.
How long if I told you you didn't have to live with your mother anymore?
Less.
It's true. That's sort of one thing that stood out to me as well. In the trilogy, these people are all thieves.
They're con artists. That's what they like doing.
Right. So it's like that's their motivation.
It'd be nice working with proper villains again.
And this one, aside from Sandra Bullock, Cate Blanchett,
Sarah Paulson,
and Awkwafina, none of them are thieves, really.
The acting was fine. It's just that I never once felt attached. And to me, that's the biggest part of the Ocean's movies that I like. The heists are awesome, don't get me wrong. But I also like the inner character relations, and this just didn't have that.
That's fair. I think, though, that there were a few of them that were kind of solid enough to carry me through. Sandra Bullock was great.
Yeah.
And I really liked Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
Anne Hathaway was delightful in this.
She pulled it off fantastic.
She's really great. She has a couple moments in this where she's acting the fool.
Yeah.
So,
Sarah Paulson
Was also terrific. I really like all those little moments where she's talking to her kids.
Can I come with you?
this is Mommy's very special work trip.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she had the most unique character.
But she was great. I don't recall ever having seen her in anything before, so I don't know her name. One thing that bothered me a little bit about the heist is that there's never really that moment, you know the moment, during the heist where something sort of goes wrong and they need to like...
so true.
They need to think on their feet and course correct.
Your guys weren't running update checks on the security logs?
Michelle, we need you to do a different scan hack to the vault relay.
On a new system in an hour? Are you nuts?
That's so true, yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't really happen.
We prepared for this.
This movie actually, it does sort of fix one problem that I had, especially with 13, which is that George Clooney and his crew are these like internationally renowned super thieves who are connected out the ass and know every single person ever.
Yeah.
I know all the guys that you'd hire to come after me. They like me better than you.
And that is not the case in this one. Aside from Sandra Bullock, who's sort of, kind of well-known.
Debbie Ocean, convicted felon. Her brother, Danny Ocean, more convicted felon.
Everybody else is small-time players. And that was nice.
I think the reset button was a good little thing for the Ocean's movies.
Yeah. Would you recommend the movie?
Not really. I mean, wait until it's out on Netflix or something. It's not worth the, 15 plus popcorn money. Just not worth it, yeah. We don't get many heist films, so if you're hungry for a heist movie, yeah, alright, maybe watch it.
I would recommend it. Although I do think that, yeah, you could probably wait till Netflix. Like you said, it's not like a super kind of cinematic, you need to see it on the big screen kind of thing. Thank you very much for watching Bull Session. If you like this review, please hit that like button, subscribe on your way out, leave a comment down below letting us know what you thought of Ocean's 8. There's some other videos up on the screen that you can check out if you would like to do so. Thanks very much once again for watching, and take care. What are you doing? Sandra Bullock so I can marry Sue?